Boom, coming in hot, Chinch on a Friday. What's up, cuz?
I have an apology.
What? What's the apology?
I told you a couple days ago, I'm like, hey, look out in the mail for something for Sarah, you know, like a little pick-me-up. And you're like, yeah, okay, thanks, man. And then yesterday, I got to be honest, dude, by 3:34, I'm like, you know, like you don't ask for this from somebody, but you're like, man, Case didn't let me know he got those flowers yet. No, I hope there was no problem. I go look out on my front stoop a little later in the day.
They got delivered to you?
So if you're just listening and not watching on YouTube, these beautiful sunflowers that me and Jess tried to get for Sarah for her first day of chemo were on my front porch yesterday. The moral of the story, men,
Whoops,
is let your wives handle this stuff. I hope that doesn't sound sexist.
Did you?
Of course, I ordered it, but I think they screwed up. But here's the problem: I can't find my tracking number. So I do that too. I'll send something out. They're like, "You want the tracking number?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Dude, I do this.
And something will go wrong. They're like,
Always.
"Hey, what's your tracking number?" I'm like, frick, I forgot. I didn't get it.
Yeah,
idiot.
That's always like any other call when they're like, do you have your account number ready? I'm like, can I just give you my social security number? I say that all the time because I never have my account numbers to anything I own. Like,
yeah, and like they're like, never give away your social security number, and you're like,
yeah.
You can take it because I don't have the account. Here's my social security. Steal my identity.
Well, so anyway, tell Sarah every time I look at these flowers, I'll be thinking of her for the next week. Did you tell her, by the way? Did you tell her?
I hope you enjoy those sunflowers. No, I'm gonna tell. I got it. She was gone this morning. I'll have to show her.
Okay.
So funny.
Yeah, I sent a picture of Jess holding him up with a big smile on her face. She was laughing so hard at me, and I was so upset. She's like, "Thought that counts." Oh my god. Anyway, so let's start. We got a ton of football to talk about, but let's super quick talk about your boy, Bichette Jr.
Yeah,
sticking around 3 more years. What do you got?
Yeah, no, really good. Bichette, 3 years, $33.6 million, something like that. Take away the arbitration years, 3 arbitration years for the. And so, you know what? When you get to the arbitration years, I did the same thing. I went to my first arbitration year, and then my next 2, I signed a long-term deal. So they took those and a couple of free agency deals. But that's what you want, man.
Wait, was your first one the one where your cat peed on your jacket?
Yeah, the cat.
So that's why you were never going back.
So I was like, I'm not going back there again. Then after the next year, I signed a 5-year deal. But to get that 3-year deal for like Bichette, that's really nice. Just to know, player gets paid, team gets a. Team gets a deal, not a huge deal, but if Bo goes off the next 3 years, it's a nice deal for the Blue Jays too. So
yeah, plus
3 years, $33 million. Who wouldn't want that? And plus, dude, it's guaranteed.
Oh yes, yeah,
so
that's great.
There's that security piece,
It is, and also, like you said, when you talk about the arbitration nightmares, you're not taking. How old is he? He's young, but
he's like 20. I think he's like 20.
So you really want to bring your future superstar, who already is somewhat of a superstar, into a room and tell him what he's not good at for an hour.
It's one of the dumbest processes ever.
Right, and it's and it goes to Shapiro, right? He's one of the best in the business, and he knows what he's doing, and he's like, no, we're not putting him through that. I think they did. It was a great move.
I agree. It's a terrible process. Excuse me. No, bless me.
Bless you, sir. Bless there you go. I woke up with a sore throat. You're just sneezing now. I was afraid I'm going to start sneezing with the sunflowers here, but we'll see.
You probably are, dude. You allergic to them?
I have allergies. I have seasonal allergies, but I don't know. These are starting to get to my schnoz a little bit. I can tell right now. Anyway, all right. So let's go back real quick. Last night, NFL honors. Tons of stuff going on. Mahomes wins the MVP.
First off, did you see Prime? Did you see Prime do his
Yes.
Dion got up there? It was like, I just want to take this time to do some recruiting real quick. If you want to come to Colorado.
So funny.
I thought that was great, dude.
It's so funny. He turns it on. You said it, man. You say he's a quiet guy, but
dude,
that camera goes on. He turns it on.
You kidding me, bro? Camera goes on. He turns it on. And with those kids, I mean, he loves his players. So
yeah,
he's such a good guy. Was one of my favorite teammates. Probably one of my favorite teammates.
It's so great. Did you see? He brought Lil Wayne into the Colorado clubhouse last week. Did you see that video?
It was awesome.
Lil Wayne looks at the clubhouse. He goes, "I'm not gonna lie, man." He's like, "This is not good." And Dion's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, Because you guys aren't going to be upset when you come in after a loss because you can hang out in here. It's a pretty funny line.
So nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So winners last night. Mahomes wins MVP. I don't know if there's much to talk about with that. I think it was the right guy. What do you think?
I think so too, man.
Okay.
You know, what I love about guys like Mahomes, the great players are great. And I know it sounds like, oh, really? Yeah, like it's tough to like win an MVP and then all of a sudden do it again. And what I'm saying is there's pressure that sometimes other players feel. So if you touch greatness, you may never be great again because like maybe it's just you become that people pleaser or like you try to, be somebody you're not. You find that the great ones, when you see greatness, like the Bradys and the Montanas and, just the great players and Mahomes, these guys can do it year in and year out because they're just playing at a different level. They're playing for the process. They're playing game by game, play by play. And at the end of the year, they look up and go, man, MVP numbers again. These guys don't care about the big picture. They care about the present moment and they can live there better than anyone else. So I just think it's cool when you see guys winning multiple MVPs and that, having multiple, Pro Bowl years.
I love that. So here's a crazy stat, though. Ready? This is my third team stat. Since 1997, okay, entering last night, 11 regular season MVPs have appeared in a Super Bowl. Only one has won it. Kurt Warner in 1999.
With the Giants. With the Rams.
With the Rams. So now this will be, since 1997, 10 out of the 11 MVPs who have been in a Super Bowl have lost the Super Bowl. I think that's a crazy stat. But it doesn't matter, right? Wow. When you play in the game, like my biggest thing is like, the Chiefs are 24-19 all time in playoff games. Well, who gives a shit? Like Patrick Mahomes was 9, like for most of those. I hate those stats so much. Anyway, defensive player of the year is Nick Bosa. He should also win best pipes of the year.
Dude, that guy jacked. Is a maniac. I mean, jacked. And dude, playing at a different clip.
Oh,
just
totally.
him getting off the ball and like he's a major problem for those offensive linemen. They just can't. He's so fast and strong. The combo's incredible. He's plowing through people or he's swim moving people around him on the corner on the edge. It's incredible.
He would make, after he retires, he would make a great professional wrestler, wouldn't he?
Oh my gosh, he'd be incredible.
He looks like a professional wrestler. Okay, offensive player of the year, Justin Jefferson. I think that's a great call right there. Obviously.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, every week, like Boo was saying, this guy was putting up ridiculous. I just know from the fantasy numbers he was putting up, he's best in the business.
Yeah.
And when you get compared to Randy Moss, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, on the team that Randy Moss played for,
on the
too.
team,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Like he might, when you get compared to maybe the best wide receiver in your franchise history and you're on that team. This is a cool one for New Yorkers. Offensive and defensive rookie of the years. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets, and Sauce Gardner, who we love for the Jets. I mean, God, just get a quarterback, man.
Dude, get a quarterback and you will see the Jets. I mean, how many games did they lose this year? Close games, just because basically they didn't have a quarterback. Seriously.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Exactly.
They lost 4 games or 5 games this year because they didn't have a quarterback to win the game.
Yeah, and they would have been like 13-3 at some point, whatever. Oh God, if you were a Jets fan, you were killed.
They lost. I mean, they lost going to the playoffs in the last game of the year, right? I mean, they were that close. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they still could have even gotten in. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And dude, man, if Aaron Rodgers, they got to get Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, there's no question. It's New York. Like, I mean,
he'd be crazy not to give it a shot, man.
I think anybody. If I'm Derek Carr, I'm pushing hard. Be like, hey, I'll come cheaper, dude. And
big time.
Carr will be just.
But what? Hey, Chinch, what is it about Derek Carr though? I'm just saying, like, dude, you could tell Gruden didn't like him, and Josh McDaniels didn't like him.
Correct. Now,
not didn't like him. They just felt like they can't win with him.
Now, those 2 guys you just mentioned, you've heard a lot of guys saying they didn't like those 2. Too,
exactly.
right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you really think about it, like Gruden, was when he went from the Raiders to the Bucks, he really screwed them and all that kind of stuff. Like Rich Gannon was pissed, all that kind of stuff. So I always look at it like I look at things. I look at this in life too. To be honest, there's 2 sides to every story. And the truth is somewhere in the middle, or the truth is usually on the side of the person who's not talking as much. I've always learned that. You know what I mean? The one who jumps out there with their side of the narrative. But now, that being said, dude, Carr he had not missed a football game. Hold on. Football Reference. He has been like basically the Iron Man of the NFL at quarterback for his entire career. He basically he had the longest active QB streak before they benched him, and they benched him. It's not like he got hurt. So like, I don't know. It's a good question you're asking, because why don't guys like him? But guess what? He was there. He was there for all those years. Played 16 games in every year until
and you're right. You got to be a tough dude to play 16 games a year.
Yeah, so the narrative is really starting to be like, oh, really? You kind of really don't know what you have till it's gone, is what a lot of the insiders and former coaches that I've talked to are saying about the Raiders, you know?
Well, dude, as we know, it's a quarterback league. So if you don't – Carr's a good quarterback.
Yeah, we just talked about the Jets.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, yeah, but he's not going to get you where you want to go. Well, careful what you wish for. Like, But who was the quarterback that played like week 17, 16 and 17? He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good. We said QB.
So maybe
I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
Josh Daniels, maybe Josh McDaniels knows something.
Maybe he does. Anyway,
who is it?
Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah,
he did play pretty well. That's like also the dude that backed up. The backed up Rodgers came in when Rodgers got hurt that one week and almost dominated a game. So like, I don't know. But again, it's a shiny new toy. If you ever seen Any Given Sunday with when Willie Beeman comes in and then all of a sudden, the old guy, you don't want him to bring him back anymore. But sometimes you need the old guy.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times in the big leagues we'd bring up, a prospect at the end of the month and he'd go off in September. Oh yeah. And you're like, oh, this guy's going to be incredible. But as I played in the league more, I'm like, nah, it's a 6-month season. Anyone can get hot for a month. Anyone can get hot for 2 months.
Yeah.
But over 6 months, if you have an MVP season, you're having 4 incredible months. You're having 1 decent month. You're having 1 a little above average month, and you're having 1 month where you're just not that good. If you're the MVP, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like
if you're the MVP, yeah.
If you're the MVP, people come up and go, "Oh man, this guy's going to be incredible." I'm like, no, he got hot.
Yeah,
you can get hot for 4 weeks, or you can get hot for 6 weeks.
Remember Kevin Moss?
Dude. I bought all his cards.
Oh my god! I thought his cards. I thought he was going to be the next.
Dude, he was.
He was so that weird stance. I loved him, dude. Growing up in my generation of being a kid as a Yankee fan, oh my god, I learned that hype lesson so early because I was a little kid. And you remember Oscar Azokar? He wound up playing a little bit. No, exactly. You don't, dude. I think he was like 8 for his first 9 in the big leagues, and everybody's like, "This guy's the future." And like
Mickey Mantle, next Mantle.
And he was like a September call up. They're bringing the next year. I don't even know if he made the roster, dude. Like he was like,
that's what I mean.
He wasn't that great of a player. And Andy Stankiewicz was another guy on the Yankees back in the day.
Stanky's
Yankees.
He's a beauty.
Stanky's Yankees. Yeah, first of all, great dude, right? He's a pretty big time coach in the Yankees organization.
Great. They love Stanky too. Yeah, Stanky's a great guy. But yeah, it is so true. Guys come up and they dominate, and you're like, this guy's gonna be the next big thing. And next thing you know, he's poop soup.
Well, you talk about that breakdown in baseball. I always, working at the network, always had a problem with like that first month of the season because it's like such knee jerk reaction. Like when the Royals sucked back in the day. And they start the season 14-6 somehow, they just one team just does. So there's the team that does that, and you're like, wow, maybe they are good. No, they're not good. And then there's the player. There's a player every year who hits 8 home runs in the first month who you've never heard of. The White Sox dude did that a couple years ago, and I don't even think he's in the league anymore. And it's like, wow, he's got 8 home runs. He might hit 50, he might push 50 this year. And you're like, this guy's not even going to be on a roster in the second half of the season. It's very hard to explain. Did you guys listen to that stuff? Like when you would go home and watch baseball at night and be like, this guy sucks. He's not as good as they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, dude, I remember in 2004. I remember. Matter of fact, I have one of like the Cincinnati Enquirer gave us like, you can get like a metal plate, you know what I mean? That where they print the paper on. So they gave it to me at the end of the year. It's so cool. And I have it framed in the bathroom downstairs. So every time I check out the bathroom, I'm like, man, I was really good. I was hitting like, this is the year I was hitting 390 in July. It was like June 9th. I'm hitting 390. I'm leading the league and everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? We were in first place, the Reds, by like 12 games or 8 games, like legitimately. Like we were leading the Central. And I remember at the All-Star break, I'll never forget this interview. They were interviewing Matt Morris at the All-Star game. And they were asking Matt Morris, well, what do you think about the Astros and the Cubs and the Reds? You know, and he goes, the Reds, we're not worried about the Reds. They don't have enough pitching. Now let's go to the Cubs and the Astros. And I'm like, what the hell? We're in first place. We were in first place to break. Dude, we ended up in last place because over 162, we didn't have the pitching. So we got hot. We got hot for 3.5 months. We were the best team in baseball. And after the break, we didn't have the pitching. And next thing you know, Matt Morris was right. And it was the Cardinals, Cubs, Astros.
Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, all right, wait, moving on. Another guy, another New Yorker, Giants head coach Brian Daboll, who could also be a professional wrestler, wins the coach of the year. Very well deserving, man. Good
for him. Well deserving, man. You Giants fans were probably like, this is great. You always think they're going to get good, and then they're not. But he did something to that culture. There's no doubt. Even the way Daniel Jones was playing and that whole team, they just seemed like they were clicking on defense. Saquon had a nice year, was healthy. It was great. It was a great environment he created.
Yeah. All right. So that's all that. I'm not going through. They have some other half-ass awards like the assistant coach of the year. They can't play that game. Hold on. But let's talk Hall of Fame real quick. I'm going to start with the guy who I've gotten to know this year, who is arguably one of the nicer people I've like really ever met. Joe Thomas played all those years with the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, dude, I heard Joe's a great guy.
Dude, the greatest, like really the nicest guy, and so down to earth. And like, I didn't, you don't really know offensive lineman stats, but like now I work with the guy, and so
he's
like
one of the best ever.
Dude, I mean, when you talk like he's in the Pro Bowl every year of his career on a bad team, and it wasn't his fault. That like, it was just unbelievable. So good for him.
Yeah, it's a shame he was with the Browns. You know, and you hate to think that it's going to be like he was like the Mike Trout of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
You hate to think we're going to look back at Mike Trout's career and go, it was a shame he was with the Angels the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So 8 players inducted, only one offensive guy. Joe Thomas was the only offensive player that got in. Darrelle Revis got in. Remember him, dude? Revis Island.
Oh, Darrelle Revis, dude. Pitt. He went to Pitt. He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, there you go.
Dominated.
Also,
Revis Island.
Yeah, also, so I work with Mike Tannenbaum, who drafted him. Like, he's so excited for him. How cool is that, dude? The guy you drafted got into the Hall of Fame.
That's so cool.
That's got to be super cool,
so
right?
Cool.
We were joking with him, saying like, "Are you maybe you're going to give the intro speech or whatever?" And he's like, "No." So we don't know about that. The other guy I want to click on, who I loved, was Rondé Barber, who for all intents and purposes seems to be the nicest person in the world.
Well, Rondé Barber and I have a thing together. He's in the Virginia Hall. Wait, is he in the Virginia?
Wait, you're saying this is a good thing or a bad thing? When you just
good
said,
thing. No.
Your face just now, you go, Rondé Barber and I have a thing together, and I was like, this is gonna be juicy.
No. I was gonna say, I think Rondé Barber is in the Virginia Hall of Fame.
Okay, let's look.
And so am I.
No,
okay? Well, it's not Canton or Cooperstown, but I'll take it. The Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. I know Kiki.
Not Kiki.
Kiki Barber.
Kiki Vandeweghe was a basketball player. Tiki is in it?
Tiki, yeah. I know Tiki Barber's in it. I went in with him. I went in with Tiki, I think.
Wait, but not Rondé? Why wouldn't they go in together? They're twins.
And Rondé, I think, but Rondé was there.
Okay, hold on. Now I got to...
So if Rondé's not in the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, I know his brother is.
Inductees. All right, hold on.
Maybe it was Rondé. Maybe I went in with Rondé. Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. Come on, Chinch, find it.
Well, dude, they look exactly like. It's funny, actually. I'm looking right now, but we did a hit with both of them this year, and we do it like this. It's remote, so one guy pops up. And I had to ask him. I'm like, "Are you Tiki or Rondé?" Tiki's a little more like muscular because he played more of a muscular position, but they look. I mean, they're literally identical twins. All right, search. Let's look this up. All right, I got this.
Rondé Barber, Virginia Sports Hall of Fame.
By the way, they got to clean up this website. You call your guys.
Terrible.
David writes in. Okay, all right. Ready? Here's who's in there. Chris Warren, running back
Yeah,
Seattle.
There's some legit people in there. Who else?
Anthony Poindexter, which is just a great name. Remember Poindexter? And
Dude, from Revenge of the Nerds. Poindexter, when he gets caught.
I sent that video of him dancing.
Yeah, when he's like, and they got the Mega Moose come and Poindexter's. Yeah.
I gotta watch that movie again. I haven't seen it.
Remember when they're cleaning up the house and the robot corners him and he's like,
so good. I literally thought the other day I gotta watch that movie.
Dude, I could honestly quote every.
I think I
every
can
lyric
too
in that movie.
I can too. Especially when we were kids. That was a little bit of a racy, obviously a racy movie. And when you saw that when you were like 12 or 13, it was the greatest movie of all time. David Wright is in the Virginia Hall of Fame. Al Toon.
Yep.
A couple guys I don't even know. I'm not going to say their name. I'm not seeing you yet, bro.
Dude, I'm there. I can't remember where, but I just want to know, is Rondé Barber there? Wait, Rondé played in Virginia, right?
He did. Okay, hold on. Football.
Him and Tiki, they're both there, dude. They're both there. You don't even have to. If he's in Canton, he's in the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, bro.
He better be. Heath Miller, dude. Do you know that? Heath Miller.
Heath Miller. Wow, man.
You're tied in. Oh, okay. Page 2. They got to clean up the website. Call him.
Yeah.
Dre Bly. Remember him?
Yeah, there's some good players,
dude. I gotta see. Hold on. This is. Wait. Let me get back one more time, real quick. I gotta see you in here.
Dude, I'm definitely in there. I gave a speech.
I mean, I believe. I believe you. I just want to see it. I want to see the other baseball players. Okay. Applying filters. This is terrible. David Wright, Mike Cubbage, Chuck Hartman, Michael Kadire. There he is. They put you in a Tigers uni, bro. You look at yourself as a Tiger?
No, I mean, obviously, I'm so grateful for those years in Tigers, but the Reds, I'm a Red.
So when you call, you got to say, fix your website up, and I'm a Red. Let's see other baseball players. God. Johnny Grub, Dave Rosenfeld, Billy Wagner, Virginia guy.
Dude. Yeah, he went to Ferrum College, like D3, bro, throwing gas.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of these guys in the black and white pictures.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell it? I can tell. No, I'm not going to tell this one story. I had a funny story to tell, but I don't know where it's going to go. Anyway. All right. So that's pretty much all the football things. So what is your plan for the weekend? Are you hosting the Super Bowl? Are you going anywhere?
I usually host, but I'm not this year. I don't know. I'm just kind of probably just chilling out. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Maybe Boo will come over. Who knows?
Oh, dude, I forgot. Me and Jess are making our menu for Sunday, which she's going to cook.
Nice.
So she's definitely going to do pretzels. What else can she do here?
What else? Is she going to do filet mignon? Who's coming over?
Dude, nobody. That's me and Jess watch. She loves watching Super Bowl. Watch the whole thing. Watch the commercials, and she just cooks. And we just like eat all day. Plus, I'm working. Dude, so it's
that sounds incredible.
Yeah, dude, it's great. We have so much fun with it. And she gets really into the game. We get in, we should have
come in, dude. I'm working at the network on Monday. Should just come in on Sunday.
Bitch, you should have.
And had pretzels and filet mignon with you guys.
Pretzels and filet mignon, and I could give Sarah her flowers.
And I could eat in those sunflower seeds.
No, I could give Sarah her flowers.
Exactly, she would be great. She would be so excited.
Oh, I'm still mad about that. I got to keep this alive. Anyway, all right. Sunday, I got to think about other stuff. What I will do is maybe I'll write out what our menu is and I'll send it to you and we can post it on one of our Twitter accounts or something.
Please do.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, enjoy the freaking game.
All right, brother. Yeah, you enjoy it, dude. Yeah. Enjoy. I'll talk to you this weekend at some point. Yeah. Hope everyone enjoys the Super Bowl.
Hope you like the flowers,
bro.
Sarah.
And send those to the network. I'll pick them up.
Oh, that's right. Oh, maybe I'll give them to my cousin. And have him drive.
Yeah. Give him to Matt. Give him to Matt.
Yes,
drive it over.
Do that. He's going to walk in on Monday like me. All right, bro.
See you. All right, Chinch. Love you, man. See you, buddy.
All right.